Hi, I'm Nille, and today I will show you how I did make my dummies. They are very good in costume making because you can make them exactly your size or your customer size, and you can pin in them and add information in the dummy as you like. And I will show you how I have done it. So first things to do is to take the man or the woman and swap him into gaffer tape. I've used gaffer tape and I've used many layers. It had to be quite thick. After that, I cut up in the sides and the shoulder, and I fill it with, in Norwegian, it's called building foam. Maybe it looks like this in your place. And you have to have it in two parts, or else the foam will explode. So after that, you put it on sticks, on a foot, sort of a foot you make, and then you start cutting. I make a photo or many photos of the customer, and then I add a grid of 10 centimeters to use as a background for what I shall cut. How to try to sculpture this guy. It's easy. It works. It's funny to do, and it's a good tool to have. Measure and measure and measure and measure. Okay, so now I'm finished cutting the main shape of. It's a little smaller than my customer is, and all those things I put in where the biggest hole are in the foam body. So now I will put on foam, fiber foam. You know what you use inside quilting. And I have found the heaviest one I could find, and I will put several layers on it. And when I've finished and I put on the fabric on the dummy, then I will take an iron with a lot of steam and I will shape it. That's why I want to put several layers on, but I'll show you after some time. So now I simply start building up foam, several layers, 4, 5, 6, we'll see how it goes, layers. So, and you can of course do that in 1 million ways. First I put a strap around the neck, then just build it up. thumb, so it's not lying in balls, it's lying over each other. And bin it. These pins will be moved for every layer, so in the end they are on the top of it, so I can take them away before I put on the fabric. You see, this is not going to be double, but I will cut a split. Put them on top of each other, like this. So they are not getting too bumpy. Off what is too much. So that's just the first. And then now I take the pin that is under out and put them on the next layer. Here cut away so that this part is without form. So now, and then the same again here. Cut it so you can lie it flat. Do not mind how much that they are on top of each other. It will be evened out, and with that steaming after I'm finished, you can shape it. And then, because this is a well-shaped guy, I have made cut out 2 pieces of breast for him. Like this, and then I add them so they are not exactly the same place. You see? Like that. And all the time, take your measurement. When you're done, I'm taking a lot of measurement on this guy because it's easier to make this. So I know that measurement is where his chest is shaped. So that's easier to use it when I shall do the final shaping of it. And then back. Beginning. I put so much on so I don't feel the hole under, the hole in the first shaped foam. So there's something too little there. So continue. Wait. Here is my microphone. This one I fold up so I have a little more on the stomach. So I can shape his six pack. After. And the same on the back. To show you the weather outside. This is the middle of March, and last week I was sitting outside with a friend of mine drinking coffee in the sunshine in my garden, and now it looks like this. "60 centimeters of snow was coming last night." I'm not sure how happy I am with that, but that's typical Norwegian spring. Here, I live in the south of Norway. Luckily, we are one of the countries that still have snow in the winter, but I don't like it in Moss. But again, if they come balls like this, cut them up and lay them on top of each other instead. And in. This weird noise you hear, it's because of the bass is not optimal. I had to make a better one so it's not doing this. Then I put a little in the arm side, what's cut off. There. And on the, oh, that was the wrong one, that was the neck. Then I put something on the neck and a little more where the arm side is. The arms comes out. So now I have enough. I cannot feel the holes very much under. And now it's of course much bigger than it's supposed to be. Now it is 115. The guy I'm making this for, he has the perfect size. He's 109 around, which is 43 inch. Now it's 2 inches more, 5 centimeters more. But when I make the fabric that shall cover it, I make his correct size, his exact size, and it's no problem to get this into his size. So that means when I have the fabric on, there will be a 0.5 centimeter maximum, 3-4 millimeters of foam that are compact and is very good to pin in. So I think this will be good. And now to make it easier to take on and off the fabric that I will put on the top, I sew it so I can take out the needles. Just big stitches. Very big stitches. Go through all layers, then it won't go anywhere. So now is all the pieces attached. So I can take out all the pins. Okay, ready for the fabric to be sewn to. Okay, So, next step is to make the fabric that I shall cover this with. I want a fabric that are easy to pin in and are not too thin, and also some with a little resistance in it, not a smooth one, because it's easier to put up a fabric that you are cutting out in the way you want it when it's sticking a little to it. So this is perfect. This is linen or mixture of linen and viscose. So this is perfect. And when the man had on this gaffer tape corset that I wrapped him in, next time I'll for sure use lime plaster strips. That keeps the shapes better. But when he had this on and he was standing there, I was drawing in with a pen all the lines I need for making the fabric, which is the, you can see them here. The middle, front, of course, the chest width all the way around, the breast width, which is this, the waistband, the waistline, and this is the line where he likes to have his belt, where the belt is fitting him comfortable and good. And this line is the one that I use if I shall make a cut in a tunic. The Hedeby, high taboo tunic, for instance. That's that color. I can show you one example. This one. This one has the cut over here. And it's quite important where it sits to make the right fit. So I draw all those lines on the gaffer tape when he still have it on. And also up here, you see I have, this is the neckline that are the smallest, that he don't like. It's sitting like this, nobody likes that. This is the neckline that fits him, that he likes to wear, and it's the smallest of those. And also I draw, you can see, I draw the arm side, and this again is the smallest one, where you can still move and have a good experience with the tunic. So I've drawn all those in, and I've sewn them on sewing machine. So when I am finished, I have all those lines to work with after, which makes the dummy much more, much better to work with. That is the front. I make the same lines on the back, and that is divided into two, because, where is it? Once I had a zipper, where did that go? Okay. On the back piece, I make the same lines, of course, and also I draw the neckline. So when I cut it out, I transfer them into a paper, and then I transfer that paper pattern into this fabric. I do not sew the back all together. I put in a zipper that opens from the bottom and up to about 10 centimeters from the top. The top I sew together, and the shoulder and everything. But I keep this as a spine, so it's easier to put on instead, because all this width that he's smaller around his waist, of course, he has wide shoulders. To put that on, it's almost impossible. You can't stitch it together by hand after if you don't want the zipper. I think the zipper is brilliant because it's easier to put on, but also you can open it and adjust more layers if you want to put more foam in, and I think it works. So that's what I will do. What you should take care of when you sew in the zipper is to make sure that that line you have marked for the middle, the center back, is in the middle of the zipper. So this measurement will not be bigger than he actually is. So that's what I will do next. Pin, pin, pin. When I make the Viking clothing, I'm not extremely accurate, but when it comes to dummy, it's smart to be very accurate. You know, the Viking didn't use chalk and stuff like that, but the person, since I don't have him here all the time, it's smart to have a dummy if I shall make more than one thing to him. And it's very nice to have one for yourself. So you're not depending on people coming fitting on you. Those shapes for this and this, you have to try out. You have to take paper and try out. But a little tips is make them a little oval for the shoulder and a little bigger in the top than in the bottom, and not too big. And this is approximately the size, the shape around the neck, and on the top of the neck, this one. And this one, where you sew it, have to have the circumstances of your customer's neck. And also again a little oval, this is front and this is back. Sew it on together and put it on. So, now I put in the arm side and the neck. And you see, it looks just almost like a set of potatoes. A little nice set of potatoes. So now I will shape it more, so it's actually look like the man is supposed to look like. A foam can be shaped with steam and heat. So that's what I will do. Might be hard to see on the video, but now he has the shape, it actually goes in where it goes in. wish I had an iron that is this big, but I don't. So, I'm satisfied. There, maybe a little more. I think we're there. Then the last thing to check is that the measurement is right. It's good. Okay. So, next, clothing.